from generation to generation. A legacy forged under the lights. Angels baseball lives on. Welcome to the Todd Fox postgame show.
Final out, no filter. The game's over, but we're just getting started. This is the Todd Fox postgame show. Your home for raw reactions, real talk, callers, comments, and everything Angels baseball. We're handing out the Golden Stamos. And yeah, somebody's taking home the Nacho Night Award. From the opening rant to your calls, nothing's off limits. The Todd Fox postgame show starts right now.
I'm a fox. My name's Todd.
Hey, welcome into the podcast, the postgame show. The Angels win on a Tuesday after losing last night in Wrigley Field. Tonight feels a lot better as Soriano. I mean, how many of you guys and gals were out there kind of like me, a little skeptical because we've heard, in the past with guys like Sandoval, and I think even with Griffin Canning and other pitchers like that would take the ball as the opening day starter. Hell, even Andrew Heaney. It was always going into the season when we weren't able to afford a real ace or get a real ace. It was always, oh, this guy's going to take the next step. Oh, this guy looks different in spring training. Hey, look at that velocity. Hey, but it's different. Like Soriano was a lot of people, not just the regular propaganda preachers, were saying, hey, Soriano's got some good stuff. He looks different this offseason. And for whatever reason, he looks like a dog. And these last two games, this is what you want from an ace. I don't care how bad the team is. I don't care how good the team is. I don't care how average the team is. If you have an ace that you know that maybe the back end of the rotation has notched you a couple losses and you haven't really played all that great, but you know that Soriano's going to be pitching every fifth day. And if you get into a little bit of a funk, he's going to set it straight. He's going to break the losing streak, or he's going to give you every opportunity to win. He's going to give the bullpen a chance to rest. And again, I don't always agree with Wayne and Gooby sometimes, because sometimes they go off the rails. They go a little bit too honkish. We've all known that. Wayne's been better of late, being more critical. I'll give him that. But I will say they said something brilliant tonight, and which is in the first two starts of the season, you're getting the very best of Soriano right now. Don't risk it by making him pitch 115 to 120. There's no need for it. If he gives you 6 solid innings of shutout baseball, take it to the bank and run with it. That's all you got to do. And you know what they did tonight? And again, I ain't going to lie. There's a couple pitches that Soriano got away with because the pitches were in the zone. And, and again, I'm late. Hey, I got something to say. That would have went over a lot better once I started the rant. But again, I'll get it one of these days, one of these weeks, one of these months, apparently. Anyway, back to it. The fact of the matter is Soriano got away with a few pitches because the wind is blowing in. If this game was in May or June, it'd be a different story. But the fact that it's still about 40 degrees in Chicago with a wind chill of about 31 degrees, 32 degrees. So it's right at freezing because you have about a 9 with a wind pushing in. It was about a 9 to 10 degree drop in temperature. So very cold out there, but you got to give the Angels credit. You got to give Soriano credit, and you pitch to your strength. And that's why another thing won't get ahead of ourselves, but in the ninth inning when Romano has a guy 2 outs, nobody on, he's down 3-1, yeah, you throw the freaking fastball. Who cares at that point? Because it's going to take an absolute moonshot to clear that fence. And there was a couple hard hit balls by the Angels too. That's why I'm hoping the wind is blowing in tomorrow for Kikuchi on a day game, because it's going to be rather hard to win if the temperature's up and the wind is blowing out. So I'm thinking tomorrow is going to be a win being pushed in again since it's wintertime. But With that being said, we're going to get to all the highlights, and we're going to let you know that when they win, there's only one song we like to play here on Halos in the Infield. So right there, Stuka's being played as the Angels get the W in Wrigley Field, 2-0. Again, fantastic pitching by a guy who, again, was labeled as up and coming or as a guy that looks different in spring training. Again, it doesn't always translate to the regular season, but so far so good. 2 games in, he looks like a legitimate ace for us, and that's exactly what this team has missed for some time. Now, is he going to pitch 6 innings every game and give you a shutout every game? Hell no. But I see him as a pitcher that will give you 6 innings and maybe give up 3 runs and keep you in the game, or he'll be winning a 3-2 game. If he's keeping the ball down and has a lot of movement, he's going to be a very, very dangerous hit or a dangerous pitcher to face the rest of the season. So I was like you, and I was very happy on the couch every strikeout.
Yes.
Very good to watch right there. Now, let's get back to it here. We also are going to show some highlights. So this is some of the highlights from the game. Most of it's Soriano doing his thing.
Strike out quite a bit for a guy with a good eye. 2-2. That's in there. Strike 3 called on the outside.
That's out.
Well, he does bunt. It's up the first base side. Soriano trying to make the play, and he does. What a play by.
Watch that one again because that's beautiful. That's what you work on in the offseason and spring training. It's covering first base. It's getting to the bunt. It's knowing where you got to go. The second baseman was right there as well. So all in all, the defense looked much better. So let's see that again. Great job coming off the rubber very fast in Soriano. Some pitchers I've seen, whether I played in high school or in the minor leagues, some guys would sit there when there was contact off the bat and not react. You have to react right away. And look how fast Soriano gets off the freaking mound.
Well, he does bunt. It's up the first base side. Soriano trying to make the play, and he does. What a play by Soriano.
Now, if he doesn't get off the rubber at that particular time, that's a freaking infield hit because the second baseman was crashing, but I don't even think he gets to it in time either. So this is later in the game. This is a nice play over there by the third baseman.
Via the ground ball so far.
Long throw, Candelario across, got it to retire Amaya.
I said 9, didn't I? What a play by Candelario on that one. From the grass almost beyond the third base bag across the diamond, how quick he got rid of it. Nice scoop there by.
So you have Candelario making the play, getting a spot start at there, giving Moncada the night off as Moncada has struggled defensively and hitting, although he had a 2-run homer. But that was a nice play right there, making the throw across the diamond. That's a hard throw right there. But again, in the cold and everything else like that, you got to get good defense because right there, if the Cubs aren't swinging for the fences and they're going for hits, that's how you got to stop them, dude. Because you're not going to be hitting any over the fence. You got to go for the hits. And credit to the defense of the Angels tonight. And there was a lot of pop-ups, fly balls that were moving. I mean, if you've ever played baseball before, judging a fly ball is not easy with perfect weather. And so I'm talking about like no sun in your eye, no clouds to disguise the ball. I'm talking about if it's just hit on a line to you or a high pop-up, no wind, no nothing. Sometimes people still drop the ball. Oftentimes they still drop the ball. But in weather like that, where it's shifting, changing, you don't know if it's going right to left because the wind is blowing in. I played in conditions like that. That's not easy. It is not easy for shit. So far, outside of the play with Peraza and Trout last night, I think the Angels defensively have really hunkered in and played pretty good. So then you had this play of the game right here. It was nice to see Alex Bregman blow this one because although it was hit 105 off the bat, exit velocity, he still should have made this play, dude. As a third baseman veteran, at least knock it down. This cost the Cubs 2 runs. Clutch. I mean, I thought they were going to blow it. They had second and third, nobody out, back-to-back strikeouts. You got to put the ball in play. So I was already kind of pissed right here, but then O'Hoppe does come through.
Breaking ball line. It's past Bregman into left field. Soler scores. Here comes Candelario. Logan O'Hoppe with the big hit. A 2-out, 2-run single.
And if anyone needed that hit and an RBI single, that was absolutely O'Hoppe. So with that being said, let me put on my Roger Lodge. Hey, guys, that was such a great play. Let's see it again.
Breaking ball line. It's past Bregman into left field. Soler scores. Here comes Candelario. Logan O'Hoppe with the big hit. A 2-out, 2-run single.
And then if you had Jordan Romano as your closer on your bingo card, kudos to you, because I sure as hell didn't. This is a nice pitch.
Chilly night at Wrigley Field. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
And is it me, or does Romano look hella freaking confident? The 3 games he's been in, 2 in Houston and here in Wrigley Field, all 3, actually the 3 games he's pitched in, he has looked very confident, and the Angels have won each game. And I think that is his second save. One of them was in there just a mop up, but he's looked very good in the first 3 games. So again, we don't have Stevenson, we don't have Kirby Yates, we don't have Ben Joyce, but I'm not saying this is the bullpen of the future or the bullpen, because it's just one game. I got to see consistency. I'm not stupid, but I will say, if Pomerantz can pitch semi-decent like he did, along with Suter, and then maybe a little Silseth can calm things down a little bit to get to those lefties, and Romano closing it out, it's not like they're going to shut down the best team in baseball, but I like their chances. It's better than what I was thinking they were going to be. So I know they're going to have their hiccups, but hey, not bad. They get back to 500, 3-3. Again, I was disappointed Saturday. I felt that lagged it into Sunday's performance, and then yesterday's performance was pretty bad. But hey, the Angels get the W tonight, and that's all I'm going to talk about right now. Soriano, 12 innings pitched, 0 runs allowed. He is 2-0, and I can't remember an Angels starter. Maybe you can name one in the comments that started the season 2-0 with no ERA. Because I can't remember an Angels starter. Maybe Jared Washburn or Jared Weaver, possibly an opening day starter, or even a number 2. Just give me a pitcher that started 2-0 for the Angels. I can't remember, dude. Maybe I'm blanking, but goddamn. Either way, the gets a win. Maton didn't pitch all that bad for Chicago, just threw too many pitches. Not Maton, I'm sorry. He got the loss in relief. I mean, the Chicago starter. I'll get into his numbers, but let me go through the Angels box score. Zach Neto, disappointing 0 for 4. He had some runners left on base that I felt he could have helped cash in. He had 2 strikeouts and a walk. You had Mike Trout going 0 for 3, but he did get on base 2 more times with a walk and got what is it? He had 2 walks and a stolen base, his second already. He had only 2 all of last year. Shawna was a disappointing 0 for 5. Soler was he had 1 walk, but he had 2 strikeouts, 0 for 3 technically. Candelario had 1 hit, 2 strikeouts though. Joe Adell, 1 hit and 4 at bats. He was trying to hit the long ball. Josh Lowe gave you nothing again. That's kind of disappointing. He went 0 for 3, but did get a walk, so I guess it's something. O'Hoppe had the big hit. You need this guy to come through and be more clutch. I would love for O'Hoppe to be 270, 280, but 235 is his average right now. He got the big hit, and that's all that matters. And how about our little guy, Oswaldo Peraza? Again, I'm a guy, and I'm a fan. I'll be real. I'll eat crow. So far, 6 games into the season, I'm eating a tiny bit of crow because I don't like I didn't like players like him, Adam Frazier, Siri. The list goes on of all these reclamation projects we've gotten from other teams. I didn't like Peraza too much last year, although I liked his glove. I thought hitting, he just wasn't that good. Call me crazy, but he's been working with somebody, whether it is John Mayberry, whether it's Brady Anderson, whether it's his own private hitting instructor, like we've seen a few of these hitters do, like Joe Adell last year. I don't know what the deal is with Peraza, but I like whatever the hell he's doing because he looks so much confident up there. His batting stance, if you look at last year's batting stance compared to this year's batting stance, whole lot different. He's putting his left leg out a little further, kind of crouching down to shorten up the strike zone already because he's already small, but he's shortening it about a couple more inches. He just looks locked in, dude. I like what he's bringing to the damn table so far. And again, it's a short sample size, but you got to be encouraged. I'm living game to game. You can't project the Angels in July, so give me tomorrow's game, and that's as far as I'll look ahead. But for right now, the first 6 games, if you're telling me who looks like an offensive MVP in those first 6 games outside of Trout, I like Peraza. Peraza is really good, and if Neto gets going, mark my words, if Neto gets going and Peraza can stay consistent in innings, not the first inning, but like the second and third time through the lineups, Peraza's basically a leadoff hitter at that 9 spot. So if he's flipping that lineup and getting on base, you're basically making the lineup Peraza at 1, Neto at 2, Trout at 3, and Soler, and so on and so on. You bump each other back a spot. And if Peraza's getting on, the other thing can happen. He stole a base tonight. So that's another thing, another piece in the repertoire that he's got. I like Prince Groove saying maybe a Meister Izturis. Meister Izturis. I love the Izturis brothers, man. He was pretty good, Meister, for the Angels, along with the combination of Meister Izturis and Eric Ibar. I miss those days. Talk about 2 very, very good, underrated contact hitters. So we played the Stukas. They got the win. Let's get into the winners and losers of the awards, and let's go with excellence on the field and the John Stamos Award.
Perfection is John Stamos. Ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Stamos Award.
Oh, yeah. And so real quick, you guys remember Hudler used to say, Mighty Meister's tourists, Mighty Mouse. So the award goes for the second time in 2 starts to Soriano. We gave him the award on opening day, and I think we're going to give it to him again tonight. It's hard to – you'd love to say, hey, you know what? I'd like to give it to Ohapi. He's been struggling. He came up with a clutch hit, but you got to give it to Soriano. No runs in 12 innings. 2 up, 2 down in the win column for him. Absolutely. You deserve the Golden Stamos for excellence. And again, getting back to the numbers, what the Angels can do better on, they went 1 for 14 with runners in scoring position. They had their chances to really blow out the Cubs tonight. Couldn't get it done. They left 10 guys on base. Compared to leaving 7 men on were the Cubs, and they went 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. The bullpen, Silseth in innings pitched, only allowed a walk. You had Pomerantz go an inning and a third. He allowed a hit, but got 2 strikeouts, and then Romano went 1, 2, 3. Well, actually 2, 3, and got the final 2 outs in 12 pitches. Jamison Talion didn't pitch all that bad, just threw a lot of pitches, 4 2/3, 2 hits allowed, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. He does not get a decision. It's Maton in relief that suffers a loss, 2/3 of innings, 2 runs, 2 hits allowed. So with that being said, let's get into who got the nacho night.
So that was really your best tonight, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, the Nacho Night Award.
It's hard to tell it's hard to give out the award for, a lot of guys. There was no hat tricks tonight for either team. There was no golden sombreros, obviously. You can maybe say Maton because he came in there and surrendered the 2 runs after almost pitching out of the jam. He had 2 men on with nobody out, second and third, and got 2 outs, but gave up that hit because the hot corner couldn't handle it, and Alex Bregman. And you know what? That's who we'll give it to. Alex Bregman went 0 for 4, and if he could have at least knocked that one down, maybe they don't score. They only get one run right there. But the hot corner is called the hot corner for a reason, and a veteran like him could not handle 105 miles off the exit velocity off the bat. He couldn't handle that, and that one got into left field, and it's 2-0. So he went 0 for 4, and he's batting 190. So I love seeing that, especially from a former Astro cheater. But it is what it is. The Angels win 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error to the Cubs, 0 runs, 4 hits, no error. And tomorrow's game is going to, like I said, going to be a little bit more difficult because it's an 11:20 game. You got to deal with that Chicago Sun, and you got Yusei Kikuchi going for, or Kikuchi, he only pitched 4 1/3 innings, gave up had 8 hits and 1 home run given up. Got a no decision. He's going to face Matthew Boyd, who got rocked a little bit. He gave up 6 hits, and I believe 5 runs in his last start, 14 ERA. He's 0-1. He'll be going up against Kikuchi. So a battle of 2 lefties tomorrow. We'll have to see if the Angels can keep it in the ballpark and score some runs. Cubs are 2-3. Angels are 3-3, trying to have a winning record before they come home this Friday and Saturday. And speaking of this Friday, you got to come out to our tailgate on Saturday. Now, we're going to be visiting with Halo Tees, who will have Los Cholos there on Friday. Saturday will be the official Halos in the infield. What is it called? I guess we're going to be doing remote from there, and we're going to be handling, the tailgates. So it should be pretty fun on Saturday between the hours of 3 and 6, because I think everyone's going to want to get in there 6:40. So it should be fun. Hopefully you guys can come down. We have Mezzo Wings, the best wings in town, supporting local business. So you have Los Cholos, and I forget the pizza place that's coming in on Friday. And then Saturdays are official first tailgate of the year. You can catch us there. Come down and have some discounted wings. And, we actually have a really good surprise for later in the season. If you like buffalo wings, if you like eating, we can tell you how to enter the contest, because at one of our future tailgates that I will reveal pretty soon after this tailgate, we will have a wings eating contest. Yes, you heard me right. A wings eating contest with a grand prize, and all in all, maybe even a cash prize. We're working on that right now. But it should be a lot of fun. So, and that's all due to Mezzo Wings, our boy Aaron. He cooks up the best wings. I'm telling you, you're going to have 2 minutes to see who eats the most wings. We're going to have like a tray in front of you, like a trough. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's the American way. America. So, yes.
Yes.
There you go. So the Angels win. We played the Stukas, gave you the Golden Stamos, got you the Nacho Night. Let's, what else do we have to get to? Oh, yeah, your comments. What's up, everybody? I'm going to catch up into all the comments right here. Spritz o'clock. Tamir20 says, Soriano in the bullpen tonight were dominant. Hoppy came through in the clutch. Gotta love it. Wait, we won. Yes, we did. And a shutout on top of that. So you got to cue the Lombardi, right, Mr. Grillmaster? Exactly. Even Lombardi has no idea. It's time to spritz all over that buttercup. The Angels' grandma says Jose Soriano predicted during the Astros series that he was going to win the Cy Young Award. Well, he's off to a good start. Well, if he keeps pitching like that, holy shit. Trojan says, what are the issues with Christian Moore keeping him from sticking with the big club? The issues are this. Contact. He's got the home run swing, but pitchers figured him out towards the last half of the season. Do I think he could be a Howie Kendrick player or better? Abso-freaking-lutely. He's got better wheels than Kendrick does, and he's got better defense in my mind. But I think what's killing him is he's overly aggressive. If he can learn to be patient like some of these hitters are right now with Brady Anderson and John Mayberry, especially helping these kids to learn, or at least the players. I mean, because Mike Trout looks completely different. He's using the toe tap. He's not raising his leg as high as he was last year. So, again, if these guys are willing to listen, I heard last year that 2 guys that struggled listening to coaching were Kyron Paris and Christian Moore. Both of them start the season in the minors. I fully anticipate to see both of them up here, but it's when. And I think once this, the AAA starts, I think, well, actually already did. But once it gets going, a week or two in, we'll see if Christian Moore is making a better start of things. We'll see if Kyron Paris is making some difference down there. I would like to see that speed back up here on the big club. Cubs chances to win, fat. Yeah, they ran out of chances.
This fat son of a bitch is going to drown us all out. Calm down, okay? All right? He's fat.
Also, Jesus says Soriano Stud of the Night gets the Golden Dong Award. Let's play Peraza a little more. So far, he's played every game except one. You get out of it what you put into it, and that would be Roger being very, very, very fruitful with how he was talking. Where is that? It's not this
John
one.
Stamos choked on me.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something about my guy, John Stamos. So I was able to go in the back bedroom and unscrew the old balls and running up my butt right now. You get out of it what you put into it. John Stamos choked on me. He was so great.
All right. We get it. Tyler says, we're so back. Also, Jesus says, a victory behind our ace, Jose. It's a rum night. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. It's a different thing when you win behind your ace, which the Angels don't know of an ace at all.
Winning.
Exactly. It's a lot of wow. We won. Unbelievable. Honk your honk. Also, Ohapi finally breaks through. I'm Mad Max says nice win. Capsule says Soriano winning 2026 Cy Young. I think you're on board with Angel's grandma right there. Maddox was the best signing of the offseason. Soriano is amazing. Let's just see how it goes. Right now, Maddox is that calming figure right there. Let's see if it happens. Ohapi finally came through. Jim, my man, says, what was the barometer angle in the wind speed for today's game? It was something like 15 miles per hour. Happy Tuesday. What's up, Daniel? You also got Ohapi had a pretty good defensive game today, huh? Not too bad. He didn't throw it away, Brandon. The glove flip should be the top play of Sports Center. Saucy says this team just needs Soriano to throw 160 pitches a night 4 times a week, and they are golden. I think that would work. Prince Groove says, go Halos. Demetrio says, who's calling the TV games for the Angels? Is still Gubaza. Yeah, it sure is. We won. Miguel says, yes, we did. Unbelievable. And you know why?
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
And so far, I mean, what can we sum up the first 6 games? You're back and forth, 3-3, 500. I think it means
by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Also, Chicken Hawks are still the best. Seahawks, baby. Winning right there. Strange says defense was solid. Soriano pitched a gem, and the bullpen was on point. Let's fucking go. Josh says, was this a top 5 priority? I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. Light that baby up, Jesus says. Todd Fox, let's freaking go. Eric Ward says, dare I say we may have a future ace. Soriano looks nasty so far this year. Great win tonight for the Halos. Also, there's another person saying Cy Young. Romano looks nasty, Prince Groove says. Maddox got Romano looking like the Blue Jay days. He does. I forgot he pitched with him so good. Nolan says, we're so fucking back. Storm says he knows that if he fails on the Angels, his career is over. Ducks are back too. Rando says the Romano pickup was actually pretty good. If he can get back to his 2025 form, watch the hell out. Exactly. What if he turns into our closer when we thought it was going to be Ben Joyce or Kirby Yates or, dare I say it, the often and always injured Stevenson? Can't stand Bregman. Bonilla says, I hate that guy. Always remember him in that let's let the kids play commercial when he talks about him not having enough fingers left for as many rings as he's going to win. Yeah, what a jerk. Boo Bear's mommy says, I like the win. Let's keep it up, Halos. Angels Suck says Nolan Ryan in 1978. Also, you have Ducks and Halos are going to take it this year. I wish. Scott Schoenweiss, that's a name. They said Nolan Ryan was the last to do it. Wow, dude. The Express, the Ryan Express. Now Soriano. Jay Cano says game felt very early Angels, timely hitting, defense, and pitching. Soriano looked very nice. The Archangel says, I heard Artie was caught cross-dressing in full Dodgers uniform. Love it. Peraza is playing good, and if he keeps playing good, he might be the everyday starter. Also, Bro is working with Reggie Willits. Oh, wow. And John Figgins. I had to ask Grok. So far, no Angel pitchers ever started 2-0 with no Ernie's. I think it was Nolan Ryan from what they're saying. Lowe is looking like Big 20 on a date night. Can't get to first base. By the way, there was something he wanted to share the other day, and I just couldn't let him do it. Ben Joyce, Frank Tanana, and Jared Weaver, Boo Boo Bears mommy. Okay. Let's see. Also, they went 2-0. Let's see. Admiral Ibar, Meister Tourist, right there. Angels fan dad says only Weaver in 2006 came close, and Nolan Ryan and Dean Chance came close. So he's the only one right there. Let's see. Also, you got 2-0 for a thing with no earned runs the first time. Yeah, it's the first time ever. Okay, I love it. Josh says Soriano is a monster when he's on. I hope he can keep it up. And Josh writes for our Substack, by the way. And he was calling Soriano last year and this year. So I got to give him his props as well. Alfonso says, I get the Nacho Night Award for I think there's room for an even worse night award, the Eat Squid Award. Don't give Randy any ideas. Ibar Kendrick is tourist years was wet as fuck, sick ass reliable infield. Yes. Casey Kochman, Kendra said first. Oh, I never liked Kochman. Never liked Kochman. I think the worst was Kendra's injury, man. I wanted him to play here for a long time. Brandon says, I love Peraza, future second baseman for the Halos. Jury's still out. I know he's not going to hit 364 for the whole year, but God damn it, if you're anywhere close to being 270, 280 hitter, dude, that spot should be locked down by you. I want to go above 500 this trip. I'll be there Saturday. Cool. See also what Foxman, keep up the good work. Thank you right there. Nolan says, is it flats only or drums or both? I think it's drums, not flats, but I could be wrong on that. I'll have to check. But definitely it's going to be buffalo sauce, so it's not going to be anything funky with those wings because he has a gang of homemade sauces, but that buffalo sauce is pretty damn good, and it won't kill you. Going to the game Saturday, we really got to watch Johnson. Yes, Jay Cannell. Come by and say hi as well. I really feel good about this year, Todd. 90 wins, bro. Come on, Matt. Come on. I don't know about that one, man, because Matt's my boy.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
He keeps popping up with the over-optimism, man. You are definitely a Halo honk for life, my man. Randy's like, lock up Soriano now. And he says, oh, my God, Matty, stop it. He's also saying, don't be so disrespectful right there. Jay Rain says, when will FD West turn into the Angels Contact Network? Isn't that what already bought the station? Because right now they are also looking for the Kings. The rumor is, and this I know it's going to piss a lot of people off, but the Ducks already got their channel and they already got their app. Right now they are looking to add a couple more teams to the network for the Angels, and one would be the Kings, and that is the one that is that'll make guys like Halo Joe, who are Angels fans and Kings fans, happy. But that is the big time rumor right now, that they're going to get probably an MLS team, a hockey team for sure. I know the Clippers have a deal, but would they be able to get out of it to go to that? I mean, it would be cheaper for them. It'd probably be better. It'd be better for the Angels too, but we'll see. Nobody watches them anyway. Mike says, I'm honking my honk. I think a lot of us are, because we're a little bit super optimistic. And by the way, who is ready to come home and hear this about 30 freaking thousand times a game? That's coming, baby. It's coming. Let's see. Also, Tony C says Peraza has been been a big surprise so far. The Angels are showing more patience at the plate. Good job, Todd. Keep up the good work and strong vibes for the Angels. Where is your Angels hat? It's over here. It's right here in the corner. And by the way, I got to give a shout out to my boy. You want to see a clean hat? This is the official Dust Devils hat for the season. and it is the single A affiliate, obviously, of the Angels. But I love the gold trim. I love the 25-year patch. This is not from the team store. This is from the damn field. My boy Al Arnold gets these because he goes to the games up there. And this is a clean ass hat, dude. This is probably, I gotta get my other hats on display for the. I have a Salt Lake Bees hat. The only thing I'm missing is a goddamn Rocket City hat. I got to get a Rocket City hat. I love the Trash Pandas, but I want to have like one row there, just all minor leagues. I think that would be pretty dope. Let's see. Also, you got Jake Cano says, did you see how many walls we got for the 6 games so far? Or yeah, should have or how many walks we got in 6 games so far? Yeah. The patience is paying off a little bit. I do like the patience in the box. You got to keep that going. Let's see. Was it safe and affordable at the stadium? Yes, it was. Artie is clueless. Also, Chicago Matt. Sell the team, Artie. I think we can all agree on that. 450 Beer says, let's get rid of Artie together. I would love to. Believe me. I would love to get him out of here on some sort of scandal or whatever. Let's get him out of here. Also, Michael says, pop. Goes the Weasel, I guess. Had a K-Rock-like pitch tonight. I think you're referring to Soriano. Mason says the Angels could have done better today, but both pitchers did good today. The wind helped out. If you keep the ball down, you're going to do good in Wrigley in general. But if you got that wind blowing in, that's like a 12th man. Oh, not a 12th man. That's like a 10th man out there knocking that ball back into play. I think Trout was headed for the wall on one of those. I don't know if it was Haps, or I forget who hit it. But dude, that's a home run any other day. And that ball just got up in the atmosphere and came right back down to his glove. So there's a few of them hit like that. And I think even Adele hit one really hard, and that sucker was just a lazy fly ball. Soriano did have a nasty splitter. Todd, you got a Trent Rush recap of the game. I do, huh? I had to come out here and say, hey, you had a great game there by Mr. Soriano. See, when he threw the pitch off the mound, he turned left 3 times and then went right to OG's. And then he got himself a slice of pizza and tossed the ball to Sean Will and got the out. Then he came up later in the game, got a lot of strikeouts. He did not allow any runs. The ball wasn't going anywhere. and then check this out. Check this out. When I'm calling Long Beach games on the radio for AM 830, I'm thinking of Soriano, and I'm thinking of how he could just make Artie and the stadium so much money by just pitching so good, keeping that ball down. And Trent Rush right here calling the games. I'm going to be here at the stadium with my friend all the time. The one, the only, Bobby Valentine. It's hard to do. Look, I'll say this about Trent Rush. The guy's buff. And I was like, man, I gotta get back in shape. He has my frame. And I'm like, damn it. He has my frame when I'm in straight, when I'm not in hot dog mode. And I just gotta say, from yesterday, he did not like my vibes whatsoever yesterday. He knew exactly who I was yesterday. And I kind of got to get, I felt good about that. I'm like, oh, cool. I annoy somebody. First time I've ever seen Eric Ward since he disappeared from the Pick'ems game. Oh, shit, throwing the shots. I heard AI Rendon will be there on Friday. No, he won't be. He's on the 60-day IL. Here's the thing, though. We all thought that Rendon was going to be cut completely. Like, as far as, like, he's gone, right? Like, we bought him out. No, we saved $13 million, and we're paying him this year to ride the bench and not play. And then on top of that, he'll be back next year. We essentially extended him by deferring payments. So we own the rights for an extra year. Yay! Todd Fox for president 2028. I don't want that job. Let's see. Foxman Pat. Let's see. Mason says, are you going to go to the game on Friday? Yes, I will be there Friday for sure. A lot of guys saying Kings, and I think you get a lot of this right here. The Midwest Mountain Dude says, hey, no, go Niners, go Seahawks. See, Saucy says, old timers like Halo Joe and I just like the Kings before the Ducks even existed. And that's fair. That's fair because I came into hockey around the time when the Mighty Ducks movie came out and when they granted the franchise to Disney. I was like, Gretzky was there. I mean, I told this story a bunch of times. Gretzky, Yari Curry, Marty McSorley, Kelly Rudy, Luke Robitaille. You just had a fun team. The Kings were fun. The Kings were what the Ducks are now. And they just came off of, barely losing to the last Canadian team that won a Stanley Cup, which was the Montreal Canadiens, if I'm right. And they just came off a loss to them, and I think the Ducks came in the next year. And I don't know, man. I mean, the Ducks literally had nobody on that squad because obviously it was an expansion team. You couldn't cheat like Vegas back in the day. And I just liked the movie so much and fell in love with the movie. I was like, this is my team. So, but, a couple of guys like Saucy's just a couple of years older than I am. Halo Joe's just a couple of years older, and they grew up with the Kings. I can respect that. So there's no ill will right there. Mason says, I love when the shit fucks beat the Dodgers last night. Eric, you've raised that little gentleman well. You sure have. Since when is Chicago safe and affordable? Well, that the north side, yeah, I think it's south side is the White Sox. North side is actually pretty nice. South side is wow. Dumbo hitting under 100 or under. Dumbo had 4 hits today, so yeah, it kind of shocked me right there. Randy says, no, I was referring to Romano on that pitch that you showed. Yeah, he was pretty nasty. Boo Bear's mommy says, let's go, Commissioner. Get Artie to sell. You mean this pitch right here? Because, again, we'll show you Hoppy's 2-run game-winning hit and then Romano's final. Actually, no, we'll show you the nice play, first of all, by our Golden Stamos winner.
Well, he does bunt. It's up the first base side. Soriano trying to make the play, and he does. What a play by Soriano.
And then we'll show you Hoppy.
Breaking ball line. It's past Bregman into left field. Soler scores. Here comes Candelario. Logan O'Hoppe with the big hit. A 2-out, 2-run single.
And then Romano.
Chilly night at Wrigley Field. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Light that baby up, man. Like it. Like it a lot. Let's see. All the OGs. Mike says we need to replace Johnson and strengthen the bullpen. Can't rely on Silseth, Pomerantz, and Romano every game. I agree, but right now that's the best we have. And as far as Johnson, if Alex Manoah hadn't started on the freaking IL, he'd be there. Honestly, I like Johnson, but he needs more time in AAA. And in that slider and that fastball, I would have started him against Oakland or a cheap team at home. I mean, I did not like that move with him starting on the road. I hated that. You could tell he was nervous. He was super nervous. For cold weather, for him to be sweating that much, no. He was nervous. He shouldn't even gone 3 innings, to be honest with you. I would have either had Silseth start, which is impossible because he pitched the night before, or I would have brought up Aldegari, but they don't want to waste an option. They don't want to DFA anybody, so they kind of just got screwed with that move the other night, and Johnson got lit up. Thoughts on state of California demanding the name of Anaheim? That's something that's going to play out more in the future when it comes to what's going to happen with the stadium overview. And once, I think that's what's going to happen right there because they're introducing legislation. They want him to bring the name back. We'll just have to see. That's going to take a while. That's going to go to court for a while. Commission, Artie, our lovers, Manfred is really Marcia. You're welcome, Eric. Also, it's spooky how much Todd sounds like Trent Rush. Anaheim or bust. Randy, I'm still there. There you go. It's Spritz o'clock. Can we do it yet? Get Randy to make a new one because the other one accidentally got deleted. Angels Fan Dance or Fight On says can't defer a buyout. But from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, Robert, is that he's on the books for next year as well. Let's see. I got into hockey when the Ducks were established as well. Mason says hockey isn't really my thing, but I'll watch it if I'm forced to. You might be, because they're going to the playoffs. Mason and I used to say that too when the season happened. Todd, there's not. No, Paul Correa. That is still one of my favorite players right there. Let's see. He also wants the shit fucks. I got to get on that, Eric. I got to give him that shit fucks jersey because I actually showed my friend and he's like, I can make that. Angel says, it's Todd older than Halo Joe. Could have sworn Todd does bingo night. No, but I might just have that at the damn tailgate. I-45. Also, look at the post-stitch stance. Reminds me of K-Rod a little bit. I love all those clips and make the post-game show. Yes, I appreciate that, Rob. Todd does the early bird bingo dinner at 3. Hey, the steak and eggs is really good. Scott says, wow, when you have pitching, you stay in the game. Who would have thought? And that's the thing we've been saying for a decade. We've been saying that for at least a decade as Angel fans. And they never get it. Ayers killed Johnson. Dude was hyped, but should be fine. That drop ball was really hurtful, but I still think he was missing the zone a lot, not trusting his stuff. Can't wait to see Gooby on Monday right there, or Friday. Johnson's stuff is nasty. He has MLB stuff, but he's just wild as fuck. Once he gets his control, he will be scary. I will agree right there, 100%. Also, never going to happen. Freedom of speech and choice. They can't force you to change the name. Exactly. That's why it will go to court forever. We never said we were going to do a Sprit slide this season. No one said anything about it. Honestly, Randy's right, and I forgot. So that's on me. Eric says Johnson needs to be in the minors. He got rushed up here. He's not ready. That's like half the guys we bring up. And also Rendon definitely should be on the payroll next year, but they haven't released the terms of the contract. They restructured this past offseason. So we're both right. Leave me alone, Rob. I don't even know if I kept the song. I know I didn't. Soriano is a road warrior, but he performs at home, and we'll have to see if he changes that. 10 plus years of zero pitching, 450 Beers says, and now it's finally paying off. Isn't it Gooby Tuesday? It should be. Sil says should be given a start. I think at some point he will once these other pitchers come back. Capsule says, whatever happened to Big 20? He's working with his dad. I actually saw him in Irvine. I was on my route, and I ran into him. I'm all 20. He's all, hey, Todd. So that was pretty funny. Let's see. We might have time to do one thing right here. And if we do, then it would be pretty cool. If you guys want to jump in, that'd be on you. But we do have the phone set up just in case you guys want to call in and give your thoughts on the game tonight. We do have the phone lines up and running, and I could get you the number right here. And then, but in the meantime, I will let you guys and gals know that we do have that coming up here pretty soon. We do have the whole tailgate coming up on Saturday, so be sure to come out to the stadium and say hi to us right there. We should have a lot of good stuff going on. For all those new to the show, too, please give a like and a subscribe, and get your notifications in right there. The page is growing pretty good. It's really nice because that's my message to you.
Message.
And we're having a good time. And when the Angels win, dude, I mean, you got to play Stuka. So until someone calls right now, or I'll go over the scoreboard. But I got to play. Well, I'll play his Stukas out. Let me give you the scoreboard real quick, so I can get that across. Where is it? Scoreboard, the full scoreboard here. Catch you up on what's going on currently in the eighth inning now. The Tigers are up on the Diamondbacks 5-1. The Mariners are getting one hit in Seattle by the Yankees 5-0. You got the Giants all over the Padres at Petco 8-3. The shit fucks are losing to the Dodgers 1-0 in the top of the fifth. I'm sorry. Let me start over. Team Japan is beating the shit fucks at Chavez Ravine 1-0. The Rangers over the Orioles 8-5. You had the Marlins go to 4-1 as they beat the White Sox 9-2. How would you like to be a baseball team in the majors and your first two opponents at home are the Colorado Rockies and the Chicago White Sox? You better clean up on those, and they are so far. Pirates get their second win of the year. They beat the Reds in Cincinnati 8-3. You had the Phillies over the Nationals 3-2. The Blue Jays are now 4-1 as they beat the Rockies 5-1. Sacramento over the Braves 5-2. You had Milwaukee winning again. They're 4-1. They beat the Rays 6-2. You had the Cardinals shutting out the Mets 3-0. And those lovable Astros beat the Red Sox, who are now 1-4, 9-2 in Houston. Big game there by Hunter Brown and company right there. So let's see. Caught you up on that. And, I might as well give you a little Stukas, man. Well, actually, no, I'm going to say that for the end. So if nobody wants to call in, that's fine. We're still working out the kinks. The phones are up. I know a lot of people called the first couple nights, and the thing just fell apart. But we have it ready to go, and it should sound good. We've tested it out, and now nobody wants to call. So there it is. A few more comments coming in. Boston is poverty. And I do want to see what Sandoval does a year and a half off of the Tommy John. I want to see if he can get to a good form and at least a dominant number 2 for Boston. I don't want Boston to win, obviously, but I'm still cheering for Patrick Sandoval. I like the guy. I want him to do good in Boston. It's just my thing is going to Boston. I mean, if I were him, I would have went to Toronto, or I would have went to a team with a deep left field, because a lot of people say, well, he's got the monster. But a lefty pitching at home in Fenway, you got to be dominant. I mean, how many good lefties have they had there in Boston? Usually the right-handers are the ones that are really good in Boston. I don't know. The Green Monster doesn't always save you. So there you go. Oh, here we go. It's the Halo Honk line.
There you go.
It's the Halo Honk line.
It's the Halo Honk line.
Hey.
It's the Halo Honk line.
You got me on you got to take me off the speaker right there. I got the echo.
Okay.
You got me on you got to take me off.
Or you're playing on TV. I can hear myself in the background. So.
Hey there.
So how you doing, buddy?
It's Mason.
I could tell. This thing has caller ID. So, what's up?
I don't know. My dad just told me to just talk to you.
Good man. I appreciate it, Eric. Be sure to tell your dad 2 things. Seahawks are the Super Bowl champs. We beat the Rams. And I will be getting you that shit fucks jersey, but I gotta see you walk. I gotta see you walk in with that, man.
Oh God, I gotta wear that shit fucks jersey.
I'm such a bad influence, but your dad's letting it happen, so I'm off the hook.
Tom will be there on Friday.
That game on Friday,
yeah,
the opening night, will be there.
Okay, sweet. I'll see you there. Come by. It's close to the Big A. It's like a little bit east of it. Or on the first base side of the Big A. There's gonna be Los Cholos and a pizza spot that's gonna be there for Halo Tees. I'm helping support him for that, and so I'll be there first, and I'll be walking through the parking lot. So I'll be bound to see you guys. And I got the email. I think I sent you. I think I sent your dad my phone number, so like we can correspond at the stadium and stuff like that. So let me know if he has it.
So down by the first baseline, like down by the brewery?
Yeah, like on that side of the Big A.
By the way, what do you think about the Dodgers?
Unless someone can stop them, they should three-peat, dude. I mean, if they don't three-peat, that's on them. They have such an unfair advantage. It just sucks, but it is what it is.
I really hope the Dodgers lose the World Series to someone. Anyone, I don't care, just anybody.
See, a kid after my own heart. I hate him too. I mean, if Satan would form a baseball team and they would join the major leagues, that would be my team to beat the Dodgers.
Oh, by the way, guess what Little League team I'm on?
What's that?
The Dodgers.
Oh, come on, man. Request a trade. How dare you?
I'd love to, but.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see you Friday.
All right.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Now Randy's complaining in the thing right there, but I'm telling you, I gave him a few extra seconds because he had the balls to call, and so yeah, and plus, come on, man, I can't shut him down. And I agree right here. Sandoval should have went to Cleveland, the pitch for the shit fucks. And Steve Elise, my girl, is like fawning over him. I can't stand that. Mad Max says April will be our most challenging month. Finishing at 500 or a couple games under will be a win for this team. And that's the thing too. April, if you've looked at the schedule, good point right there, Mad Max. That is a tough ass schedule. And again, they only play, I think, only 1 week team. And I believe that's the White Sox. I'd have to look at their schedule again, but they really don't play a bad team. And in years past, we were projecting the Angels to have a winning record or somewhere around 500. And that's with a very 500-like record from a year before. Now, I know things change and teams get better, but damn, good. That schedule looks really hard. It's the Halo Honk line.
All right, you're killing me there, Halo Honk, with Johnson's performance. I had to call on. I know you didn't pitch tonight. Soriano pitched great. The wind helped out a lot, but man, you guys are shooting over this kid. Think about this, Todd, real quick.
Let's do it.
On it. The kid stuff's electric. You're absolutely right. He looks nervous up there. A lot of walks, a lot of balls and everything. But it's a 2-0 game without those errors. 2-0. He gave up that home run.
Whoops. Hold on. Damn it. Okay, sorry. Go again, Rob. I put you on mute by accident. Go ahead.
What kind of production is this? Start at 60 seconds over again. Jeez, man.
All right, start over. Go for it.
No, Johnson, man. Everyone's treating over Johnson. This kid's stuff's electric. You're absolutely right. The kid threw too many balls. He allowed too many walks. However, you take away that top fly in center field, which you clearly saw today, everyone waving off other players when they're, I don't know if you guys noticed Neto, Peraza, everyone's waving each other off hard. Crowd catches that ball there. Peraza gets out of the way. It's 1-0 game. He gives up the home run, the alpha home run to Ian Happ, I believe. It was. Okay, 2-0 game. That error by Moncada to not tag a base and allowed another 2 runs off of that, dude. 2-0 compared to 6-0. The whole narrative changed.
Oh yeah,
this team's going in the right direction. I'm gonna honk my honk a little bit. It's cool.
Jesus Christ! Ah!
Hey there, leave a message.
Nothing has been recorded. Record your message.
Shit. Okay. Randy, can you help me with the notifications? I just hung up on Randy. I had Halo Joe calling in, and then everyone heard the do 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 do. I got to get rid of that. Everyone's hearing that. It's a Halo Honk line. I'm sorry, Rob, if you're still listening. I will home 60 seconds. Who's on the Halo Honk line?
Hey, Todd, how you doing? It's me, Halo Joe.
Oh, it's Halo Joe. What's going on, man?
Well, I'm just sitting here on the pot trying to scoot one out, and I was thinking to myself, been hearing all this news lately about whether or not it's possible for the Angels to move from their stadium. I don't know if you've been seeing articles lately and videos coming up lately about that. It's nothing coming from the Angels organization, of course, because nothing usually does come from them.
Why would it though?
Exactly. Why would they say anything?
Yeah.
But it raises the question. I would like your thoughts on this. There's possibilities that could look at Long Beach. I've heard rumors of Irwindale, which I don't think will happen. Inglewood. Inglewood. I'm thinking of the Raiders. Sorry. Going to Inglewood, but I don't think that's possible because I think even the mayor said there's no more room for any more teams there. I guess that's either done, and you would have to probably knock down the Forum to build another stadium there, and they're not going to do that. So
yeah, they just refurbished that one.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful place too. But anyway, or they can stay where they're at, stay put. The city's giving them an ultimatum with name change and all that stuff. They're starting to get a little tougher on it. I really am starting to believe the city is more interested in that land than keeping the Angels there. I'm starting to get that feeling and that vibe. I don't know. I'm sure other people have too as well, but it seems more so lately. I don't know. I just want to know your thoughts on it. I seriously doubt he would move the team out of the area if forced to, if this city really gets to him on that. Because there's just too much money to be made in this market. I don't know why you would leave. It's why the Clippers stood. It's why everybody stuck around. It's why the Chargers moved up here. I mean, there's just too much to be made in this city. It's a gold mine if you go on the team here.
Oh, yeah.
Also, one more thing. Artie himself is 80 years old this year. He has 6 years left if I got the numbers right, 6 years left on the contract for the stadium to stay. Plus, he can extend it another 6. You're talking another 12 years. This guy's going to be 92 years old if he goes the full amount of time. You also have to think of how much time it takes in Southern California to even get a plot of land somewhere or figure something out to get something built. Plus, who's he going to get to help him to build it? Is this something you think he's going to have done in his lifetime? Or is he just going to say, you know what? I'm just running out of time. I should just sell, collect my money, and move on.
Well, I'll be the radio guy right now. I got your questions. I'll answer them off the air. Or I'll answer them on the air, I should say, and hang up on you. But thank you, Halo Joe.
No problem.
Because I have to stick to the 60 seconds. You know what I mean?
No, whatever.
Don't give me attitude, young man.
I'll call my buddies at the other podcaster. They like to keep me on. They're like, talk away, pal. Matter of fact, take over the show. We're gonna take a break. That's what they tell me.
Okay, well, let them tell you that, jerk. All right, Halo.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, later. Okay, so to answer Joe right there, they do have an extension, like in his Death Valley Angels. They're not moving to Long Beach. No, they had a chance in 2000, I want to say 12 or 13, to move to where those blimp hangars are, but that's no longer a thing. Even though one burned up, they are going to rebuild that blimp hangar and the secondary one, and that land is going to become a museum, or they're going to do something with it because they've built all around. But basically, Artie had that whole area, if he wanted it, for half of what he would have paid for it, or given the city of Anaheim, which he's going to have to now, which is about, I believe, in the range of between 400 and 500 million. He could have had that land in Irvine for about 236 to 300, I think was the estimate. It might have been a little bit over 300, but that's what I remember. And he's got too good of a thing going. The only holdback for him right now is the audit. If the audit is going to slap him in the face with a high ass fee, even if he had to sell, nobody's stupid enough to freaking want to move this club. To move, I mean, look what's happening in the NBA. To get a new franchise, to move a team costs a lot of money. A lot of money. And Artie doesn't have that kind of FU money like a lot of people think he does. And there's only certain amount of places that he could move, and they're not ready for a team yet. And you also got to remember, like, time is not on Artie's side. With all these things against him, with the city, with the nice deal that he has, if he could somehow work it in his way, he'll have it till he dies. But if you look at, okay, worst case scenario, he tries to leave. The MLB has said over and over and over, we want expansion. But when are they going to explore expansion? We've got Orlando who's setting up. We've got Portland who wants a team, but it's more than likely going to be Nashville. There's one of the Carolinas is getting involved. So you have millionaire groups, billionaire groups getting together. They're already staging the land. They bought the land. They just got to put shovels in the ground. But Manfred has said one thing, and he stuck to his guns. We are not exploring expansion until Tampa Bay and the Oakland situation is finalized. Tampa Bay thought they had their stadium. They were rumored to be moving and being one of those teams that maybe ends up in a market, a different one. Then you had Oakland, who was like, okay, we're done. We're only playing 2 years in Sacramento. Then we're going to Vegas. The Vegas stadium is not a done deal, and they're having issues with that. They're trying to set a certain date for 2028 or 2029. May or may not happen. That's not 100% sold yet either. So until they get them 100% squared away, either side, you're just not going to have any kind of expansion. And I don't think that is on the table right now. I think Artie's stuck with himself being too old. If he was in his 60s, I'd be worried. But the guy's pushing 80, like Halo Joe said, or he's going to be 80 this year. And there's just not that much, that he can do right now. The only thing he could do to help out his cause is, I don't know if you remember the owner for the Tigers when they had Maglio Ordonez. I think they still had Ivan Rodriguez, a younger, they had a stacked team, Victor Martinez, whatever, Cabrera. He put all that money into that team to get them to the World Series. They fell short, I believe, against the Cardinals. And he was in his 90s. He wanted to win a World Series before he died. But he had a lot more money than Artie. If Artie was trying to do that in his final 10 years here on Earth or more, I'd be all about that. I'd be a number one Artie guy. Because again, winning cures everything. So if you have an owner that maybe you don't like personally, but he's like, damn it, I want to win. And he's not even saying it for you, because a guy in Detroit wasn't like, I got to win this for the Motor City. He was just like, I got to win one for me. Like, he wanted the ego boost. He wanted the legacy. Artie's the same kind of douche. He could give two shits about me and you. He wants the legacy. He wants the World Series. Is he going about it like that? No, not whatsoever. And that's the problem. So, we'll have to see. But I doubt he's going to. I doubt he's going to try to win a World Series and put money into it. I think he's fine with keeping it very safe and very affordable. Let's see. Do we play at those same bingo club? No, he's in AAA bingo. I'm in single A. And it was the Cards Giants. Yeah, I was actually pulling for the damn it. Oh, you said Cards Giants. No, it was the Tigers. It was Tigers Cards, I should say. Let's see. Oh, he owned Red Wings and Little Caesars. Damn. Baldwin says the A's will have a roof in Vegas. The Angels will be the only open air stadium in the West. Not only do we want them to move, but it would be stupid for the MLB to allow it. Yeah, because just what Halo Joe said, this market is amazing. I mean, just Southern California in general is amazing. Look what they're doing in San Diego. Look what we're doing in Los Angeles. We're able to have like 20 teams downtown. Anaheim is fully supporting the Ducks and fully supporting the Angels, win or lose. I think without a doubt, let's just say the Chargers came back here and played in Anaheim Stadium. I don't think they would have had a problem getting fans to watch the Chargers because we're the proximity to San Diego. And the fact that Anaheim, Anaheim just embraces things. The people of Orange County just embrace things. And let's just say the Chargers came up here and played in Anaheim Stadium. That would have been amazing. Like, I wouldn't have switched teams, obviously, but, I would have been like, hey, I'll root for them when they're playing my rival or something like that. But I think a lot of fans would have jumped on that, and it would have been great. Because you can fit another team up here. I mean, look what happens. The Bananas come here, it's sold out. Monster trucks come here, it's sold out. Concerts, I mean, they're doing the OC vibe. There's going to be a whole lot of other stuff going on. People come out to Orange County, dude. Yes, and they do support OGs because they make a lot of lefts. Baldwin says, absolutely, we like going out and enjoying the weather. And our boy EQ, what's up, my man? And that's the thing, as I wrap it up here, you do have so much to do in the SoCal area. And yes, the weather is just too goddamn good to be like, let's stay inside. Like we're not Ohio, the butthole of America, where it's just ice cold and it's just, there's nothing to do. 6 months of the year. There's always something to do. I mean, you could literally go to the beach in January because there'll be a heat wave. You can go to the snow and I've done it before. Way back in 2018, I went to the snow with the kids just to say that I could do it. And I have pictures. We went to Mount Baldy, played in the snow in the morning, and then we came back to the beach in the afternoon and had a bonfire in Huntington Beach. There's nowhere else you could do that. Nowhere else you could do that. And it's not like we went to the beach and it was ice cold. It was one of those typical Southern California days where it snowed and rained 2 days prior. All the clouds blew away, and this this high pressure system from the west, it came in on the coast, and all of a sudden the temperatures rose. So you could still see the snow, still play in the snow, then drive your ass down the freeway and get to the beach. I mean, there is nowhere else in the freaking world you can do that, I don't think. So I am Governor, California. Didn't know Ohio was the anus. It is the anus. The crooked penis is Florida, because, I mean, you just have the most dickish people down there in Florida. That's why they have the Florida Man. If you ever want to see some funny stories, just look up floridaman.com, because of the crazy stuff that goes down in the panhandle of the United States. And then Ohio is just boring. It's just the butthole of America. Todd Raines. Oh, well, what a great show. Isn't it fun to do a show where I'm not yelling and ranting and there's spit being caught on my Shure mic right here? I'm actually able to pronounce words and not struggle and piss off my boy Angels Fan Dan right there, who's a school teacher, English teacher at that, and he hates the way I pronounce things. And so he always gets on my ass for not pronouncing things. It's so much fun to actually do the post game when the team wins. MVP says pitching wins championships. We're a couple of bullpen arms away from being an entire playoff contenders. Also, Jack and Johnson might need to be changed. I think he's talking about Kowanowitz and also Johnson. We need to get some pitchers in here and in-house. I mean, can you really trust Caden Dana? I think he needs another at least half a season down there. Alda Gary had a really good WBC, but I still need to see more from him. I don't think Clausen is ready. I would love to see Manoah come up, but Rob saw him in spring training and said he looked like he was like really nothing on his fastball. That's not encouraging. You do need Jack Kowanowitz to anchor a spot for at least a little bit. He needs to be in there and keep the ball down and pitch like he did in spring training, and maybe, just maybe, give some time for one of these other starters to come up, because you do need some starting pitching, and we do need some bullpen help. Tonight it worked because we had a 10th man on the field, and that was the freaking wind blowing in to Chicago, not blowing out where the ball would fly out. Because, again, you got so many good breaks right there by the ball staying in. Tomorrow's game, Mason, is going to be tough. Kikuchi, he's got to keep that ball down tomorrow, and hopefully we can get the W. Need a good Kikuchi start. Exactly. Benjamin says, I think San Francisco is a butthole of America. For certain people, it is. So you had to put that little asterisk. It's just for certain people, it can be. It can be. I mean, the main one is Ohio, but that alternative one, if you know what I mean, is in Frisco. Hey, it's Scooby Tuesday. Hey, it's the glory hole. All right, man, we're getting off track. Everybody have a good rest of your night. I'm going to play us out with some Stukas, baby, because we win, and whenever we play that, we got to play some Stukas. Halo Joe says, Frisco's the Chicos of America. Good night, everybody. Let's get it tomorrow. I'll be on a little bit later tomorrow because obviously I work. So look for the post game around maybe 4 or 5 tomorrow. It's not going to be after the game because I'll be busy working. So have a good night, everybody. Angels win. Angels win.